Alright, so today is, Saturday I guess it is. And we'll do a little bit of a midweek update here. And it's a little cold, a little breezy, a little snowy. Not horrible, but this week is going to be horrible. As I'm sure most of you in the country know, we're due for some pretty nasty weather. I just wanted to give a little update on the hatch progress up here. Let me get up here and I'll get back at it. Alright, so I have got the openings cut out in all of these mounting bases that I made, and yeah, it worked alright. It was a bit of a stretch getting a jigsaw in here to cut these corners. They were just almost a little too tight. You can see there's some burning there. And I did decide to run my hatches the other direction, to have them opening aft, so the hatches will open this way. The reason that finally changed my mind was I got to thinking about it. If you're at anchor and you got your hatches open a little bit, again, the bow is almost always going to be pointing into the wind, so any rain would be coming this way. And if you had them opening this way, the rain would, could potentially come in. So it should shed the rain a little bit better if you have a hatch partially opened. And the aft one is going to open the other direction, because there the risk would be, if you're at sea, waves coming over your stern, which again shouldn't happen, but if it did, yeah. But anyway, as you can see here, this worked all right. This frame is laying on here nicely. They fit in there nice and snugly, and they seem to lay pretty flat on there. So this should work. I'm gonna still have to put a little bit of a fillet down here because I want to get some glass over this whole thing. I don't think you'd get glass across that more or less 90-degree angle there. So yeah, this worked, and I don't think I'm going to need to do any other reinforcing around the openings here. If you look at what we've got, we have got a lot of plywood here. I don't think adding a 1x or a 2x underneath here is going to be necessary. Other than I'm going to want to do something to put a screen in here, and I'll work that out later. But I was thinking about just making a little frame and in a screen that maybe just Velcros up in there or something. We shall see. But that would be the extent of it. I'm pretty sure yeah, if you look at this, it's a lot of wood. Don't think we're going to have any issues with needing more support there. But yeah, one thing I changed, I was telling you about that nail hole that I put in there in the center, and then I had a small hole, like an 1/8-inch hole in here. Well, that nail wasn't big enough to do the trick. It was too hard to get it lined up, especially when I had glue on there. So I went ahead and used a long drill bit, 1/4-inch drill bit, and drilled a hole through there and enlarged the hole here. And yeah, I could stick that through 8 or 10 inches, and it was a lot easier to get it lined up. If you can see here, my pencil marks were way off, and I had a piece of wire going through there, thinking that longer piece of wire would make it easier to get that lined up, but the wire bent over and I actually mismarked it initially. So I went with a longer drill bit, and that worked just fine. But yeah, so this worked. Everything's pretty solid. Yeah, I think we got it good to go. Don't have anything else to report, I guess. Again, my energy levels this winter haven't been very good, so while I'm getting work done every day, I'm not getting a whole lot of work done every day. So hopefully when spring rolls around, which obviously isn't for a while yet, since we got 20 below nights and 0-degree highs for the days coming up this week, we're a ways away from spring yet. But it's hard to believe it was 59 degrees out here a couple weeks ago, and it was so wonderful. And the Canadians are exacting their revenge on us again. Seeing another polar vortex down here. And we got a cat that just, for some reason, has been insistent on getting attention. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I've got. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Hello, welcome back to the boat shop. Today is the 19th of February, 2024, and it's a chilly one. It's like 5 below out there right now, and it's afternoon or right about noon. So yeah, it's chilly, and it has been. We had a couple of nights at 20 below zero and sub-zero highs for the day, and yeah, so I decided it wasn't in my best interest to be heating the shop up and working with epoxy in these conditions. So last couple of days I haven't been. So, and the next couple of days probably won't either. One other thing I wanted to talk about or clarify was this deck camber, the amount of curve I have on this deck. And I had talked about there being 7 inches of rise on this deck, 1/2 an inch per foot. Well, and it is 1/2 an inch per foot, but it's only 3.5 inches rise here in the center. And the reason for that, of course, is you're going 7 feet and 1/2 an inch per foot is, so you're going from the middle of the deck over. So when I was talking about that earlier, about that 7 inches, it kind of occurred to me that that wasn't right, but I never did thought to, yes, I never did thought to bring that up and mention that. One of the reasons that I wanted a fairly flat deck, you know, fiberglassing over it is going to give me the ability to, like, I could pretty much do a flat deck if I wanted, but since this fore deck area is probably going to be the area that, if you're going outside the boat to socialize or whatever, it's probably going to be the area you do it. And because you're going to have the most square feet up there, you know, you can set some chairs up and whatnot, and, you know, put maybe a sunscreen shade up. You know, this might be the area where you do it. Back here, you could still, yes, but there may be some other things back there too. There's going to be a little davit back there, and yeah, so there probably wouldn't be as much room back there to do that as up here. And I wanted the deck a little flatter so you can move around on it easier, set chairs up on it, and you weren't having things fall over and tip over, whatnot. And being fiberglassed, I don't think it's going to be an issue with water getting in, or water standing either, for that matter. Now the bow does rise up a fair amount here, and like I've been saying, it's going to come up another foot yet too, so yeah, the water's going to want to all run back this way, come off the pilot house and off the sides of the deck. So that should be all right. I don't foresee any real issues with that. But anyway, I just wanted to clarify that there is not 7 inches of rise in the center of the deck. It's only 3.5 inches. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to report for this week. Like I said, I haven't been working the last couple of days. Probably won't be working the next couple of days. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a short week. But after that, I intend to start getting on the hull. Working with epoxy again pretty extensively. So providing the weather holds out, that's the plan. And I will talk to you again next week.